I mean, despite all the money I spend on a camera, I mean, Jesus Christ. Hello. Howdy doody. It is the hamster, the crimson rodentium. Oh, how are you? Well, good. Good to hear. Just thinking about this video here again. The motorcycle video. Yeah. Yeah.
Rogue. Scout Rogue.
The sound is really good on this camera, but I'm just looking at the well, okay, part of it is YouTube processing. They kill the bandwidth a little, okay, but it just bugs me, because you see some guys, they have these videos just crisp. Maybe I need to spend more money on YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, the camera's nice. It's a Canon something. It's a good camera. Shoots in high D and all that other happy shit. But I think it fell. I was taking a picture of something and I got my leg wrapped around the tripod. The tripod was, long story short, the camera went, so that probably screwed it up. But I would recommend the camera. But GoPro, it seems, does a better job. But it takes a hell of a picture. It just isn't the best at movies, but it's not bad. Go ahead, Danny, shut up. Wait, play the video, you dumbass. All right.
Not as big as you'd think it would be.
That's true. Yeah, it's actually a relatively small bike, which is kind of a surprise. Because I mean they look bigger, like on the brochures and shit. They look a lot bigger, but it really isn't. Not really a big bike.
Actually,
yeah. Look at that, Mabel. It's still got the price tag on it.
Pretty.
Oh wait,
small.
Yeah, it is. And that blue color doesn't come through as best. Well, it's a little bit muddled, but the blue is all right. I mean, it wouldn't be my favorite, but I wouldn't mind the blue. It'd be fine. And yeah, first thing I did one of the first things I did when I bought my brand new motorcycle 24 years ago or something, took the damn sticker off. This is basically a warning. Don't, right? California or some shit, right? Who cares? Something. Wear your helmet. All that. Okay. Yeah, belt drive, which I also had on my Kawasaki 440 LTD. Yeah, we got there. Belt drive. Uh-huh. Yes.
Yep. And they're from Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lutefisk and left side. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't think the camera this looks a little funky. You can see like the ground looks green and stuff. I'm gonna have to look at the original film and see if it was like this. I don't think it was, but
see, that
maybe it was. Or I need to set my camera in a different way.
Favorite of mine either. I'm not to sit on and see what it feels like. But
yeah. Actually, felt nice.
It's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
It's just not as big as you'd think it would be.
Yeah, you said that 4 times. Shut the hell up. But again, when you're looking at something like this, that's $12,000-$13,000, right? That's a chunk. That's a chunk of money. Which leads me in the direction of, wait a minute, hold on. The Honda is under 10,000, right? And it's probably at least as good, if not, probably more reliable, right? The Hondas put gas in them, put a hole in them, they'll run. Well, sort of.
It's actually pretty small.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. See some more.
Yeah, it's got some weird coloration on that. That's either the camera's effed up or YouTube. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what this guy is, but he's probably
that's one of the bigger ones, yeah. And again, here we start getting into some of the details. I know, I'm just a whiny bitch. SCE is here. Hello, SCE. How are you? Good to see you, man. Saw you somewhere else earlier today, so good. Hope everything's all right. Frankie's here. Michelle Guevara. Hello. Let's see who else is here. Oh, it's just us. Results Oriented is here. Yay. Let's talk motorcycles. This is fun. You know, you can't always talk about the women. Well, you could, but you know, okay. So let's look at this guy. This is this is like this is a $25,000 bike. So I mean, it looks good, right? Got chrome everywhere. Nice little chrome highlights. We'll get to the screws later. But I think maybe reconsidering the screws, maybe they're doing that for just a little highlight so it's not all black. Maybe. I do know those screws will get rusty and they get they're aluminum, right? So you get the aluminum kind of rust on it, the white rust, which it's okay. You got the, what is that called? The safety bar. Yeah, safety bar or something, whatever the hell they call it. Roll bars.
Wouldn't be a favorite of mine.
Now, another thing here too. Again, I understand they're trying to save a little money. I got it. But I mean, you got the nice blacked out rest of it. Again, I'm not going to bitch, but I am a little bit because I think it's important. You couldn't spend $2 just really. Well, we want to have common things. I know. I'm in the manufacturing business. I get it. But I mean, gee whiz. Now, okay, this is an entry-level bike, right? Their entry-level bike. So
I'm not sit on. The other one. No, this might be a freaking Hopper. I don't know. Or a Scout.
No, it's not a Scout. No, it's not. But yeah, so you got again, if the chrome is in the right places, it's all right.
Because I know some of them come with the only one that's blacked out is this guy.
Yeah, and here you'll notice they did do like the black little bullets there for the lights. So they were thinking a little bit, right? They didn't make them chrome, which would have really kind of looked funky, I think. Yeah, but there's the screw problem. This bothers me. This isn't a highlight. Just make it black. What are you thinking? This, you might say, yeah, okay, it's a little offset. Yeah, a little chromey. Okay. But come on now. Come on. This isn't a wear part. All this does is hold it on. You can make that out of anodized, and then it wouldn't cost you much. Jesus.
The rest of them are chrome. So let's go down the line.
Now, what we need to do is get Dak or somebody on here who knows metallurgy or what have you. Maybe if you anodize, does it add thickness to the metal, or I don't know. I assume it's some kind of chemical process. I'm not sure. Stainless, yeah, exactly. Arvero's here. I prefer old cafe racers or dirt bikes. Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to get to that eventually. I mean, if you buy a dirt bike or an Africa Twin or something, you know, you're probably going to beat the shit out of it. You're going to go out, take it and get it dirty and whatever. If the bolts aren't all fucking black or whatever, so what? Who cares? But I mean, this is supposed to be a cruiser. This is like a Cadillac or something, or you know, something like that. You know, attention to detail, guys. Attention to detail. Like here, okay, it's right. Don't really care. But come on now. Come on.
So this might be.
Well, fucking shut up already. Yeah, it's a bike. Go, come on.
It's got all the.
Okay, this got all the shit on it. Right? Cover it up. Oh, this is the Roadmaster or whatever. Yeah. Okay, and again, lots of chrome. You know, depends on what you want at a bike, right?
They get burgers?
This is very Harley, right? The Harley came out with something like this. And they had I guess you put a radio in there. What do you? Or is there a radio in there? We're just not seeing it. Okay. So lots of chrome, you know, lots of shiny parts. Now, this is another bit. If you listen to the video, you know, that is just it bothers me immensely because really this isn't even the head. This is just a cover, right? It's just some kind of decoration, right? And they couldn't have just spend another $1 to polish that up.
This is a big me and Brandon fat guy bike.
It is yes, it is.
It's nice. It's got all the.
It's all right. It's got all the shit.
Better cover it up.
Got a radio. Oh, I suppose the radio's inside the screen.
You get
There.
burgers?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Probably got the heated
They got
grips, all
burgers
that
and all
kind
kinds
of
of
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Burgers and barbecue.
So here's Scout, blacked out Scout.
Oh, this is okay. This is the one we looked at already. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So again, oh god.
So this is a Scout.
Oh, this is the lighter blue. Yeah, lighter blue.
You can
That's
tell
a
by
Rogue.
the tire.
It's a Rogue. Mm-hmm.
Tire's
Yeah.
thinner,
Yep.
I think, than the regular one. Here's another one. No, this is the regular Scout.
No, it's a bobber actually. You dumbass.
Jeez.
There's a sticker on it. You can read it. So in this case, well, we'll go to the other side. I'll show you what they did.
Ooh. That's kind of nice.
There's the blue one again. Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. It's a new kind of thing with the paint, too.
Yeah.
It's sort of a matte paint.
It's a matte finish, or they call it sagebrush smoke or something like that. So it's more of a matte finish paint. I think it looks all right. You know, you see that actually on a lot of cars these days too. Fat Dog is here. Hello. What's with all the Indian bikes? They had an Indian demo down in South St. Louis. So Hamster went down there, and I'm looking at thinking about a bike, and I just wanted to see what Indian had to offer. That's all. Fat Dog says there was a radio CD player on my old Road Glide. Yeah, yeah. That's more like my 2001 Dyna, the midsize. Yeah. Touring bike, James. I don't know. I'm useless. Touring bike. Okay. Hey, Fat, stay with me because I have a couple of nitpicks on these. Hey, the video is available on the channel. It's actually under the real video one, videos, because it wasn't a live stream. But I thought, hey, you know, it's only a little after 10. Let's maybe we'll open it up for some commentary. Fat Dog had 2 different Harleys. All right. You had them. You got rid of them because you got. I know a lot of people go after Harley, and they're a fine motorcycle. There's nothing wrong with a Harley. Just keep a few extra quarts of oil and don't shut up.
Yeah, that's a big one. See, it's air cooled again.
Yeah, the way you can tell is the bigger ones, the Chief and the Thunder Monster, whatever the hell they have, is they still have the air-cooled engine. And in this case, you can see they blacked out that covering for this guy. Okay, what else?
So I guess we could say,
Oh, yeah.
I'll take one of each. Is this focusing?
Yes,
Can't
it
really
is.
tell because my eyeballs.
Your eyes, yes, your eyes are fucked. But again, little details like this. Maybe,
is.
again, as I said, to offset all the black, the handlebar clamps here, why wouldn't you make that black? I guess just to make it a little contrast, maybe, I suppose. But here again, you got these clearly plasticky looking stalks here. Doesn't really, again, you could nitpick it forever. I know.
Yeah, just my eyes.
There's the hamster.
All right, so this is
Yeah. So this is the downward mirror thing. I suppose it's all right. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah,
Crazy about it, but I should have taken a ride.
Hamster
But,
myself.
yeah, you don't want to hamster yourself. Don't ever hamster yourself.
So this is the Scout Rogue.
No, this is the Rogue. Okay, all right.
This has got the 100
Color is a little bit. Yeah, I think I have it. I have one stop underexposed, so that's why it's not quite as poppy. I'm gonna look at that camera though. We should be able to get better color out of this damn thing. It's a $600 camera. It's a Canon. You know, they do all right.
horsepower, 1133 cc, water cooled.
Get the
Two
damn
popper.
tank sticker off of there. All right, so there's your look from the seat. And it's all right. You know, it's all blacked out. Looks pretty good. We'll talk about the screws later.
I think this is a 5-speed transmission.
Oh my God. The fun that we have. Yes, Mr. Fat Dog. You notice that too, eh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We will put the link here. See if you want to come in and bitch with me. Faded Ford Cortina blue. Yeah. It wasn't. It's not bad. I mean, it looks a little better. The camera is not giving it justice here. You can see the camera is just not. I think this is the YouTube encoding. Pretty sure. Or it could. What am I using? I'm using Windows Movie Maker. Maybe that's not as good as it should be.
Side mirrors. Which
so it's got the tachometer here in the LCD area. Then the
you can adjust, right? You put them
speedo. Now the question I would have is, I assume they use materials in this that you can just leave this out in the garage in the winter, and you're not going to ruin this. But I'd want to ask the question.
Right. I'm sure you can do that if you want.
I mean, the shit in your car will go down to minus 40 or even lower than that, and you don't have to think about it. You know, your radios and your displays and all that shit, they're designed for at least minus 40, if not minus 55 degrees. So it's not going to freeze.
So this is, what is this?
What is this?
Storm Blue.
Storm Blue, yeah.
So the basic one is 12.7K. And then it goes.
So the basic entry-level model with no frills, just a bike and nothing, is $2,000 more than the Honda Rebel, which would lead me in the direction of the Rebel just from the money. I mean, I can afford it, but I've had a Honda. I know they pretty much run forever. You know, you just got to do a little care. It's not terrible. Be right back, fam, away from the keyboard. All right, Frankie, go get another drinky poo. Arvero, does anyone know about Sbarro motorcycles? Never heard of them. I've heard of the Sbarro pizza.
It goes up rapidly, and I also looked on the internet. These guys here,
yeah,
they charge.
Yeah, get this now.
$1,500.
$1,500 for destination and setup charges. $1,500. That to me seems a little excessive
For setup fees. So I'm not sure I like that idea. But I mean, it feels all right. It feels good.
Yeah. It's not overly heavy. It's
well
balanced.
Weirdly, oddly heavy.
Yeah.
Although it is a 550-pound motorcycle.
I didn't think I'd like those mini apes either, but they they were actually pretty comfortable. I was surprised. Wasn't
full
bad.
Tank of gauge. So it's got the analog dials.
It's got more handlebar for you to put your shit on, right? You could put your phone and your camera and your all that crap. Yeah.
RPM thing.
Yeah. Doesn't have a gas gauge. I don't ever remember a bike having a gas gauge. Maybe that's an old Harley thing. I don't know. But that was another bitch we'll get to. Oh, it's only 3.3 gallons. Well, I mean, it's been my experience. You're on the bike for a couple hours. You want to get off anyway. You know, stretch out a little bit, blah, blah, blah. So you do that and get gas. I don't see that as a big problem.
Butts with it.
Then again, I'm old.
Oof, man, the heat's rolling off this bad boy.
Yeah, it was hot.
3.3 gallon tank.
Yeah.
Which some people have bitched about.
Everybody bitches about everything. So this is kind of weird too. You can get a saddlebag for this guy, but just one. You can't get, which is interesting. This has got the extra bitch seat. It's also got the little thingy. the standard bare bones out the door entry level. It doesn't have any of this shit. Just has a seat. This is just a fender back here. So
because you only get 120 miles,
130 miles, 40.
What do you
miles,
want?
Yeah. What do you want?
Might be leather, but
yeah, it's probably
it's got
leather.
one bag on it.
Okay. See, are you getting the heebie-jeebies there, Fat? Do you see anything there that might go? What the fuck is that? I know you can see it. It's right in front of you.
Foot peg to keep the girl's feet off of the pipe.
Yes, and it's not black. I think on the higher level bikes, they actually paint that the same as the tank. Don't know why, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
I mean, at least they could chrome it up. I don't know.
It also has ABS on it.
Does have ABS, yeah.
They have a little brakey thing right there.
There's a little brakey. It has two brakey things even.
The other brakey thing is right there.
Oh my God! No way.
Little fairing.
Now the thing I like about the black sort of, the sort of the dark, you don't have to polish the fucking thing all the time. It kind of, you wash it, dry it off, it looks good. You don't have to fuck with it too much.
That does a lot.
Then again, I've not had one, so maybe once I get one, it's like, this is a real pain in the ass. I wish I had chrome. You're never satisfied, hamster. Never.
It's all right.
So I would consider this guy. I think they actually had one on the thing, and I sent them an email. It's like, hey, what are we talking about here? How much? Like 2 points off would probably be more in the ballpark. They're just going to say, fuck you. So they have this, nice little Indian thing here. You can see that it's different. It's not anodized here. This is actually painted. So I assume they use the right paint. So eventually it won't just chip off later, I would hope.
Not a bad size.
Yeah, I like the size.
Kind of feel like.
So you can see, again, I was bitching about the screws earlier. But the more I think about it, maybe that's not so bad. Maybe it kind of gives you a little, it's not quite all black. It's got a little something. Maybe.
Almost you feel huge on the bike because it's not very big.
Yeah, well, I feel huge no matter where I go. RP Pope is here. Hello, Pope. Sparrow motorcycles don't have any wheel hubs. Oh, interesting. Results oriented. Bitch is too fat to ride in the bitch seat. Yeah, well, you got to get one of those big. We'll get to that later, where it's got like a cushion seat in the back.
Let's look at some other ones. So here's the regular Scout.
This is a bobber, actually.
Two-tone paint job, which is much more expensive.
I was fooled because the bobber usually just comes with the one seat, but this has the bitch seat too.
It's got a little more.
Now, in this case, you can see here's where the foot to keep your girl shoes off of the. And this is actually painted the same as the tank.
Chrome on it.
It's not chrome though. It's just polished aluminum. Son of a bitch! Why do they do this? Couldn't they just chrome it up? I mean, God.
It's really about all the chrome they have on the engines there. It's actually
chrome.
Not chrome. It's polished aluminum.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
It's got adjustable shocks.
Yeah, I think this must be an add-on that you can get, because this is not the shock the thing comes with.
Got some kind of
my ADD.
Something. So black pipes on it. Now you can see.
Again, I'll make the point, and I won't beat the dead horse too much. But come on, guys. Come on. Maybe, but just anodize it. Jesus.
Maybe the difference. This is the fatter tire. That guy's got the skinny tire.
Yeah.
He's got a fatter tire, smaller fairing.
Shut up for a minute. This is the this is the Scout bobber.
You can see here the handlebars are just short
handlebars. Right? Yeah.
The other one, it's got they call them mini apes.
Got the handlebar package on it.
See?
They had one. They had one on the internet.
So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Same engine. I think this has a 6-speed transmission.
Yeah. Well, okay. The Scout has a 6, but I don't know if these guys have a 6 or a 5 in the bobber, but whatever. Okay.
Belt drive.
Yep.
I mean, it's nice.
It is. Yeah. It was all right.
This has the different seat on it. I think this is optional, but maybe not.
It is. Yes. Very good.
And okay, yeah. Pegs are here, keep you off. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It is actually a pretty good idea.
It's actually a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Front shifters didn't feel as bad as I thought they would.
Yeah, the seating position was not bad. I didn't take the thing for a ride, but I put my legs up on there, and it was all right. You felt like you're sitting comfortably.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
As soon as whenever they get done.
Again, they got silver screws in the back of the exhaust. Again, I wouldn't care. You know, who gives a shit? You're not looking at that anyway.
Yeah. And then here's their more
sporty
FTR.
You see, like on a sport bike like this, more sporty. I don't give a shit what the screws are. I don't care. Right? Doesn't really bother me. Maybe it would if I thought about it, but I don't think it would.
Sport kind of unit.
But I mean, they do have some gold anodization.
In the back.
Anodizing?
Got some extra. Oh, there's you got to have those.
You got pipes. Yeah. Beer holder. You hold my beer. Oh, that's right. Is there a bitch seat on? Kind of.
Got to have those pipes.
Got to have pipes, yeah. Got to have those. But they sort of have that gold sort of stuff on the main bolt up here, which is kind of pretty standard.
I don't know what engine.
Well, you can see what it is on the front here too. They sort of have that goldish looking stuff on there.
Any of that, but that's a little weird. The radiator's out here.
Yeah, that would bother me. The filler cap is right out there. It's
here. I would imagine the radiator on this guy is under the seat or the cap.
Yeah, that's where the Hondas was. You had to take the tank off to get, and I explained that here.
Yeah. Probably under the seat.
Yep.
Or up here. The Honda, you had to take.
It's a pain in the ass.
Take this off and get at the. Yeah.
But I mean, they hit it anyway. It wasn't like out in the open like that.
Pain in the ass. All right.
What else do we got here?
I don't know what this is. Just the
Chief. Yeah. So let's look at this here for a minute. Okay, so it's sort of got a black. Got the fins are highlighted. Okay. I can see that.
Probably just the Chief.
Yeah, the Chief. Still, you know, I mean, geez.
Again, looks like that's the new thing.
Yeah.
It's the back off on the chrome a little bit.
Yeah. Just splash it here and there, yeah, a little bit. But I mean, here you can see they got a blacked out thing, kickstand, or what is it? A kickstand? Is that what it's called? It's a thing that holds the bike up, whatever it's called.
Anybody ready to go?
Now you can see here, maybe you can't, but the paint or whatever they're using here is a lot shinier than the anodizing, whatever it's called. Right. So I mean, it's okay. Tight.
No.
But the Chief is like their mid-range. So that's going to be a $22,000 bike. So I guess they pay a little more attention to detail on that.
All right.
Let's see what else we have. This guy couldn't get his bike started. It was weird because they had you turn the key on this bike. You turn the key on, then there's another button to turn it on, which maybe that's just the kill switch, kind of disguised as a kill switch. I don't know.
Okay. And then it'll start.
Yeah, there it'll start now. Yep. Okay. There they are riding. Not a terrible sounding motorcycle.
Not bad.
Yeah. I remember when I first got my new one, it was more like a. It was bad. The stock pipes were very quiet. It was, and that was at 1100 too. So, needless to say, I got some slip-ons and made that problem go away. All right, there's that one. Nobody's taking the bobbers out, or the whatever they're called. Ooh. Okay, now he's got it. All right.
I'm going to go look at this one here a little bit.
Oh, more?
Okay.
Oh, I sat
this
on
is a Scout bobber.
Yes.
So it's got the same kind of stuff. Mirrors,
Basically the same as
backward
the other
down
one.
mirrors.
There's really nothing
Comes in at this one is
nothing different.
Still don't know if I want to take it for a ride.
The only difference is, oh yeah, we're gonna get the this is the one that really got me going. All right, Fat Dog, get in here. You're just in time for this.
What's going on, dude? What's
How
going
are
on,
ya?
dude? I'm doing all right.
Nothing. Same old shit. Different day.
Shopping for
Lord Black
motorcycles, huh?
Eagle. Are you listening? Are you turn YouTube off and you're listening here?
Yeah, I'm listening on StreamYard.
Okay, good. Okay, engineering and hickory stripe. Those things are fucking gaudy. Yeah, you don't like them? Lord Black Eagle. What? No Harley with Bud Light. Arvero had an Aspencade back in the 80s. I remember those. You remember those, don't you?
Which ones? The
Honda Aspencade. They were like a
Oh yeah.
kinda-
Wasn't that the one that was kind of like a mini Goldwing? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
yes, but basically.
It was like
Yeah.
a 750cc version of it with a force engine, I think.
Because I mean, I think they had a silver wing, didn't they? Seems like I remember a silver wing, or maybe I'm just maybe my memory's getting bad.
Well, there was a version of the there was a version of bike that was a road bike that was basically a Goldwing without all the fiberglass on it.
all the shit, yeah.
It had the big engine on it, had the twin pipes, and all the other features, but it was just an open frame bike.
Okay,
You know, more like a
just a bike.
well, just a regular bike.
Yep.
Not a touring bike because it didn't have any of the fiberglass on it. Did have a simple windshield. It looked more like a Harley Road King.
Okay. So you had a couple Harleys, huh?
Yeah, I started with the Dyna, which was called a T Sport. It was a 2001 model. That one came with a pair of soft-sided bags that went on the back, and it had a small fairing up front with an adjustable angle windshield on it, so you could control the airflow over your head. And I rode that about 5 years, and then sold it and bought a used Road Glide.
How'd you like it?
The Road Glide's pretty good. It was fully loaded. It had the trunk added to it, radio upgrades. It was real nice.
Those are big, heavy sons of bitches, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a big old heavy bike.
I dropped it in Yellowstone Park once too.
You had to get a forklift.
No, we were riding with a group of guys. We were coming back from Sturgis, and they helped me get it upright.
Oh, good.
I was coming out of the gas station after filling up, and a woman ran the stop sign. And the only thing I could do was the only brake available to me was the front brake. So I grabbed it, turned the wheel sideways, and fell over.
Boom. Yep. No, it happens to us. I tend to drop mine when I'm working on them in the garage. It's one of those stupid things.
I usually would jack mine up and put it on a stand in the garage.
Yeah. Well, that I eventually bought one of those stands.
Right. This one,
I think I had that stand. I don't know what the hell I was changing the. It was a shaft drive.
okay.
And so I thought, well, it's Saturday. Let's change that juice out because, I've had it for so many years. We'll put some fresh stuff in there.
Right.
And so I had everything set up, and the thing was sitting on the ground. It was fine. Everything was good. And apparently I put too much oomph on the little screw, and for some reason it tipped the bike over. It's like, what the fuck?
Okay. That's
yeah,
good.
I don't know what the hell happened there, but yeah, well, it happens. What are you going to do?
Pick it up and go on.
Pick it up and go on with your life. Yeah. But so anyway, yeah. So they had this Indian demo day,
Right.
and I don't even know how to say the motorsports Munganast or
Right.
something.
Right. Somebody, whoever the dealer
South
is.
St. Louis, and they had a bunch of Indians out there, and I thought, I'm going to go over and look because I've been looking online, listening to the reviews and all that shit. But I thought, well, yeah, they're going to have a bunch from there. Let's go look. And then there wasn't a bunch of fucking vulture salesmen bothering you the whole time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So plus they had free lunch,
Right.
and it was a hot son of a bitch today too. It was like 95 degrees out there. It was pretty hot.
Well, that's how it always is when you go mess with motorcycles. It's hot.
Yeah.
Because I would ride mine all summer long, and at the time when I first got that Dyna, I was working at Nokia, and my boss rode a motorcycle, and previous boss rode a motorcycle, and we hatched this plan. We were going to Sturgis. So for 5 years, for 4 years in a row, I took my summer vacation with my boss.
Oh boy, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, we would ride to Sturgis and back on our motorcycles.
Yeah,
And you got him away from work.
during the bike week and all that shit.
Yeah, we go out for bike week.
I wouldn't fucking go anywhere near Sturgis.
Get him away from work and get a few beers in him. Oh, he's an animal, man.
It's actually kind of fun to hang around. Yeah, well, turns out that way.
He was crazy as could be, man.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was looking carefully at these bikes, and they're all right.
Right.
They're trying to imitate Harley.
Yeah, mine had a blacked out motor with chrome pipes on it, and
Yeah.
I put different mufflers on it. Took off the factory ones and put what they call a stage 2 muffler, which gives it a little lower note, and then put the stage 2 kit and a carburetor, which is bigger, a better
different
air
jets and all
filters
that,
and different jets, so it gave a little more in low end torque.
Yep. Yeah,
And it wasn't ridiculously loud like the two other guys. Well, two of the guys I was riding with had the Vans and Hydes aftermarket pipes on theirs, which were really loud.
yeah. My buddy Johnny on his bike. He had just straight pipes. God damn, that was loud.
Well, these things weren't much less than that.
Yeah, I did all that. I had the pipes, and it was louder. Put the K&N filter in there because it actually does work with carburetors.
Right.
For fuel injection, it doesn't really matter.
But
But
when I switched to the Road Glide, I didn't have any problem with their loud pipes because I went over to the Honda dealer here and bought a headset from a helmet from them with a built-in headset. And
yeah.
I thought, okay, I'm going to have to build an adapter cable to plug it in my Harley. And you guys says, so what do you want? You want a Honda or a Harley pinout? And I said, well, Harley pinout if you've got it. He goes, oh yeah. So sure enough, it came with a cable and plugged right into the Harley and didn't have to do anything to it.
Nice.
And that thing gave you good sound isolation. You couldn't hear those loud pipes. Didn't bother you.
Yeah. Well, usually I'll I'll roll with earplugs in.
Yeah,
At
I
a
didn't have to wear
minimum.
earplugs because I'm my boss and the other guy to be riding up front. And it's like I'm gonna pull up at a gas station to fill up with the guys, and I said, so Gus, you weren't in the company meeting today. I phoned in. Bluetooth connection on the bike, so I just phoned in from the company phone that had with me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Checked on
Yeah.
the project that was going to make certain it was ongoing because we were busy doing an AT&T rollout, so I wanted to make certain everything was on schedule.
Sure. So anyway, so I get down here, start looking at the bikes.
Covered my boss that day.
So let's bitch here. Can you see it yet? You see anything here that bothers you?
No, looks like an Indian to me.
Okay. Look at this.
I mean, it's pretty and
I don't know what the stuff is they've got the heads covered up in, but
This
like I
is
said,
your shifter connection,
I was okay.
and that's fine. But why couldn't they make it black?
Too cheap to anodize it, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Jeez, that just bothers me because
It looks like those pipes are powder coated.
The pipes, pipes are, the pipes are all blacked out.
And then,
With
of course,
whatever they do with them.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen an Indian since the last Indians I looked at were air cooled. So that tells you how long it's been since I looked at one.
Well, there's air cooled ones in here. I'll show you. But anyway, this stood out to me though as a problem. I don't know. We've both been in the industry, in industries that make a lot of shit, right?
Right.
So we know a nickel here and there can add up to a lot of money. But come on, come on. You know,
We would
geez.
fight to cut a penny out of a cell phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you're
So
going to sell a couple of million of them,
it adds up, right? It's real money.
A couple million
So-
pennies adds up pretty quick. I mean,
Right.
we spend $7.50 to sell a cell phone, to build a cell phone, sell it to AT&T for 12, and they sell it for 65.
Yeah.
Who's making a profit there?
Back then, now it's you sell it for 300 and people buy it for $1,500 or some crazy shit.
That was the stupidest thing that the company ever did. It's like they had a smartphone prototype that they had been demoing to customers and around the station and around the company, and they never put it on the market.
Nokia, yeah.
Yeah, out came the iPhone and caught them completely flat-footed,
Yep. Well, that got
and they had not put enough resources into software to get it fully ready to release, and they just kind of rolled over and died at that point.
Yep. Well, that kind of took a lot of people really by surprise. I mean, people knew it was coming, but I don't think anyone could predict at the time. What was that? About 2004, maybe, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 2004-ish in that frame.
Mhm.
Because the first thing they came out with was we came out with an internet tablet in 2000.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And its biggest problem was the microprocessor was vastly underpowered because it was running a Nokia version of Debian Linux on it. Because the smartphones Nokia was making ran Debian Linux, ran the kernel inside it.
Okay. Yeah, I think the first sort of smartphone-ish I had was a HTC.
Okay.
And it had a little keyboard that kind of came out.
Right.
You know, wasn't touch screen. It was just there was a keyboard you could type on.
I had what they call the enterprise class phones called the E70. It was very BlackBerry-ish. It had a keyboard on the front, and then it had a little knob that you push back and forth to move the cursor around on the screen.
Okay. Yeah.
It ran Nokia. I forgot what the name of the OS was, but it was a Linux-based OS, and it was attached to Google. You could get Google Maps and all that other stuff on it, which was kind of ironic since Nokia was the largest provider of map database. In the world.
Oh yeah, they were the king. They were the king shit of the turds for a long time. Yeah, and Motorola was big too. And then both of them are pretty much gone, aren't they?
Well, Nokia bought Motorola.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they bought Motorola, and then we bought them. And who was the other one? Oh, Siemens, and then what was the last one they got? Because right after I left them, they bought a French-based telecom provider.
Okay.
And so it just became Nokia and Ericsson are the two providers. Well, there's a couple of Koreans, and some Chinese stuff. But
then I think didn't Microsoft buy Nokia?
Yeah, then they sold the handset division to Microsoft.
Okay, yeah, I thought
you see that coming when they hired the former CEO of Microsoft was brought on board as the CEO of Nokia. We knew something was up.
Okay, all right.
About 6 months later, they announced the sale of the handset division.
Now, Nokia was it Finland? Is that where they're from?
Nokia's headquarters was in Finland, and the U.S. operation was based out at Irving, Texas.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here's what you're talking about. This is the air-cooled.
Air-cooled, okay.
This is a regular push rod, Harley.
Right. Overhead cam, not overhead cam.
Underhead cam. Push rods, all that.
Yeah, the valve, the cam's down in the middle of the block.
Yeah, over here somewhere. But this is this is like their premier big cruiser. Right. The Chieftain or whatever.
Yeah, the Chief, which was a Road Chief or something like that.
Yeah, Road King or something like
Road
that.
King.
So this is
Harley label. I think they had a Road.
The screws kind of mix in a little.
Yeah, they're I'll shut myself off here so we can talk. But yeah, this really bothered me, and I'll show you here in a minute.
Really bothered you.
Just unbelievable.
Brother stunt, ride it in a pair of shorts and burn your leg on the exhaust pipe.
Ooh, you never ride a bike in shorts. That's just a dumb idea. But you see it all the time. These young kids out there.
Yeah, well,
these girls with their damn shorts and flip flops on. It's like, Jesus, what are you doing?
He came rolling up on his Road King, and he's got t-shirt on and shorts and tennis shoes. I said, "You burn yourself," and sure enough, he put his leg on the.
Oh, I burned myself on mine. I wasn't wearing shorts, but my pant leg had crept up, and I did whatever I was doing, and oh god damn, that hurts. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, that's not good.
No,
that thing was like
long
weeping
and
on juicing for god, a couple of months. It healed up.
Always kept long pants and boots on.
Yep. For sure, I had long pants and I had the boots. I mean, I learned. It only takes one time, and you learned.
And wore gloves and a helmet of some kind.
Yep.
So
anyway, so here's again their big, big cheese bike here.
Right.
It's got the bigger pedals, and I guess this is you can stretch your
Does
legs
that
out
have
on that guy.
floorboards on it, or is it? It looks like it's got
Let's see.
floorboards on it.
Might. Let's go back a little bit.
That
Here.
was the big thing with the big bikes from Harley, is they had floorboards on them.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah, that's got a floorboard right there.
Yeah, floorboards. Yep.
Got a floorboard. That's why you have that big brake pedal up there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But here, let me show you what I found on this guy. And it's just, if you want to watch the whole video, it's on my channel. But just you start looking at these things, and, and what I was thinking the whole time,
with something comfortable.
Well, that would be one thing. But look at, okay, can't really see it because my finger's in the way. So what they did was they polished the living fuck out of this, right?
Right.
So it's all chrome, it's mirror.
Right.
But
black on my bike because that's
it depends on. But I mean,
hydraulic reservoir.
Yeah, but my point is they polished it until this point. Down here, it's all rough.
Okay.
It's rough, and it's like, are you kidding me?
Lousy manufacturing.
Yeah.
It is.
I just don't know. I was really surprised. I guess I shouldn't be, but you can kind of see it there, but not really. So like this area around this area is just completely missed. It's just rough aluminum.
Because of that aluminum piece sticking out there to hold the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who was polishing it didn't.
Even that I think they polished up. It's just this right here they missed.
You could get to that with a polisher, but getting down in that little indent in here could be a problem.
Well, clearly
because they're polishing these things, being maybe 60 seconds to polish the whole thing on a big buffer wheel.
Well, yeah, but Jesus, how does it pass quality control?
Good question.
It wouldn't, but apparently it did. So, I mean, you can see here, everything's nice and shiny. The brake handles are all chromed out, looking good.
Right.
But
yeah, the handlebars on my bike were all black. If I could figure out how to share a image on here, I'd show you the bike.
No, I'm sure we can probably guess. Yeah. I don't know how to do that either. But, yeah. I mean, otherwise, this is probably one of their more expensive bikes. And, I mean, this is all nice. See? It's all pretty, but that side is not. It's like, oh, God. See, that's what I like about my car, for example. I have a Honda Accord, right? And so Honda they're going to take as much cost out of the thing as they can. But what I've noticed with Honda is they do it in places you don't see. You know what I mean?
Right.
They'll use the off-color colored bolts or something underneath something that you can't see, so it doesn't bother you. But not here. Here, I'll show you one more thing here. Well, you're really gonna like this. Let's see, where the hell was it? Oh, there, I'm driving home already. All right. Okay, there. Oh, God, I had it. See that?
Okay, what's going on there?
Okay, this is the basically it's a cover the head, kind of make it look pretty.
Oh, okay, head cover, right?
Yeah, and they polished the shit out of the fins here.
Right, but
those are just
still rough.
But this is rough. I mean, it really looks bad. I mean, it looks like somebody just spray painted it. It looks that bad. So, I mean, if you're going to go to the trouble of throwing a freaking and polishing and chroming it, why wouldn't you fucking go in there? Oh my God. Hey. Yeah, that was less than impressive, to say the very least. So, yeah, that would really bother me. I mean, even my Honda, which was, $6,000 less than this or whatever, they had a chrome piece, a beauty piece, but at least it was nice,
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't rough. It was just chrome. It looked, it looked all right.
Look in the green room and see if you see a photo from me.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Let's see. I can add it. Hold on.
All right. That's me at Sturgis on that bike.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I see you.
I had the bags on the back, the chrome, the little fairing up front, and then that's the tank bag that I carried cell phone and other junk in. And when I'm on the road, there was a big tea bag that went over that little piece in the back that was between me and the back of the bike. And then you can't really see it in that picture, but sticking out the back is a luggage rack, which would have the tent and the sleeping bag and other stuff slashed down to it.
Yep.
That was my road crew. And then you can see my boots and jeans, etc. So
You're a braver man than I would not go to Sturgis. But that's just my thing.
That's in the parking lot of God, what was the name of that club? Because we're right across the street from the campground and a big bar there.
Yeah, I've not been. I wouldn't want to be. I don't like to be around that many people. It has nothing to do with motorcycles. It has nothing to do with the biker gangs. I just don't like to be around that many people. I'm just not into that.
Once a few 100,000 people.
Yeah, not for me.
And concert to go.
Not for me.
You're trying to sleep in your tent while the concert goes on until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh shit! That's. I'm sure it doesn't end when the concert gets over. There's probably partying all night.
Yeah, they pretty much run them out of. That was a full throttle saloon. That's why where that was taken.
Full throttle. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Right across the street from the Glencoe campground.
Look who's here. It's MGTOW Outlaw.
Why, hello, gentlemen.
He's from
Good evening,
Alabama.
gentlemen.
Hello. Hello, sirs.
To let anybody in this bar.
Yeah, that's just, yeah, yes. So you guys chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to go get some water, sponsored by Shadow Raid Legends or Raid Power.
Well, good evening, Outlaw.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Good evening, Outlaw. Looks like Hamster's looking at buying a motorcycle. He's down staring at Indians today. We'll see what he finally decides on buying. I'm gonna bet he's gonna go with a Honda, but that's just me.
You might know. I don't know.
You
I
know,
come in on not even knowing what he was talking about. So yeah.
But that's video he shot today at a event the Indian dealer in Kansas had. He drove down to look at the new bikes.
Oh heck yeah.
And
Ice cold water.
to see what they're. That's what took me a while to get in here. So I had to go refill my water tank.
Oh yeah.
Now that looks like more like a daily rider.
This here's the Honda Shadow 11 or Honda Rebel 1100.
Oh.
And I just wanted to contrast a little bit, right? You don't see any weird chrome pieces, blacked out. That's the style.
Of course not. It's Honda. They're not going to screw up like that.
Well, they did on my Shadow, but that's all right.
They did.
Oh yeah, they had some weird shit on that, but
That's good. In full disclosure, my dad was a Honda dealer for cars, not bikes.
yeah. No,
What
I mean,
up, Sonic
Hon-
Viper?
That's why there's.
No,
a
I
Honda.
was just gonna say what up, Sonic Viper. Go ahead.
So
guys.
I was just this is another one I would consider. 1100.
Yeah,
It's
could you put
at least 2,000 or 3,000 less than the
Could you put a
freaking.
better seat on it than that?
You can, yeah. There's aftermarket seats.
I
Yeah.
need something to get my fat ass in. And I
Yeah,
wonder
you
how
can get
high it is because I'm a tall guy, so I need something taller. That was one of the things about that T-Sport bike and that Road Glides. They're taller bikes.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't like that Scout Bobber. It's like 24 inches.
Oh, I couldn't sit out on that.
Yeah, your freaking knees would be up in your face on that one. Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
on that Dyna, my knees were in my face anyway.
Yeah.
That's why when I rode it, you could see me. I'd take off on the center pegs and then immediately go to the road pegs up front.
Mm.
I even thought about putting the extended control kit on
yeah.
it so that the controls went to the front pegs, but never did.
Yeah. So this is you can see a little bit of the cheap though if you really look. You can see they chinsed on a little stuff, but at least they got the coloring right.
Right.
They used the black screws and there's not a bunch of excess garbage on there that doesn't match. So I don't know. I guess I'm a little disappointed with those guys.
Well, Honda's one way to go.
Well, like I said, I mean, I had a Honda, right?
Right.
So, I'm familiar with it. What are you laughing at over there?
My first street bike was a Yamaha 400 back in the late 70s.
Yeah. I had a 440 LTD.
What the hell is that?
Kawasaki.
Okay.
That was a million years ago.
Well,
I think it was a 79.
Yeah, this was like a 78 or 79. It's about the same age as the Toyota I was driving, and I rode it back and forth to school and to work during the summertime.
Yep.
It was getting 60 something miles a gallon, so it beat the 28 or 29 the Corolla got.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's that?
You mean this beautiful woman here? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll take your word for that it's a woman.
Outlaw just dumped off. What's going on?
Looks like a tatted out freak to me, but
it is a tatted out freak. Easter Sunday, he says, buy a Honda 750 is the practical choice. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's 750. You can't beat that bike.
Yep. I had a Cowie 750 something.
If money's no object, you go get the BMW.
Yeah, I mean, you could. There's a zillion options, right?
Because my brother bought the big BMW Road Cruiser. That was real nice, Mike. Seems like 1100, I think it was. Man, talking about
yeah, they make big ones.
Lots of power, easy to ride. Yeah, I liked that bike a lot.
Engineer and Hickory stripe hat, an XS 750 triple shaft drive. What are you talking about?
Triple?
A triple. Oh yeah, I rode one of those. You ever ride one of those?
Triple cylinder,
Yep.
3-cylinder. Because I remember Honda used to make a 4-cylinder 750 too.
Oh yeah, the 3-cylinder was kind of an oddball. That was a Yamaha, I think. But Triumph does 3 cylinders too, I think.
Yeah.
Apparently, you get a lot of extra torque and one less cylinder. So I've heard.
Well, let's see. The first bike I ever got was a Honda Trail 90. I must have been 13, 14 years old. It wound up over at my dad's car lot, and I decided it was going to be mine. I could do whatever I could to buy it from him. And then I went and got a Suzuki 100 street bike because you could get a motorcycle license at 15 if it was less than 100 cc's or less.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used that to ride to high school.
Yep. My mother would never allow me to get a motorcycle, so there's no way.
My mother wasn't happy about it, but she didn't know until I rode up on it.
Well, not that there was even a possibility that I had the money for such a thing. I was
working for my dad, nights and weekends. So.
All right. This is from One Fast Stack. This is his new girlfriend. That's what I've heard. I don't know.
And I haven't really been able to do it.
I mean, if you saw this thing coming down the road, I'd fucking run as fast as I could the other way.
Me too.
She has got so many red flags.
Well, I can't. Tattoos do it for me, and the pink hair. That's too. I see so many I haven't seen this many red flags since it parade through China Square.
Exactly. Look at all the tattoos on the side of the neck. It's had probably some angel wings or some shit.
Tattoos
here.
across her chest and back, and down her leg.
Look
at that ear gauge.
Yeah, Jesus. Now.
And piercings in her face. She's only missing the septum piercing.
She doesn't have a bull ring in her nose yet, or maybe she does.
That's what I'm
maybe she's not hearing
it.
She's not wearing it today.
Bull ring.
Yeah, bull ring through the nose.
Herd animal. What's the guy call it? Herd animal something or another. Yeah, that's
I
just
have
nasty.
no idea, but it's the stupidest shit. And these young women some women appear to think it's attractive.
Of
It's
the
like,
crutches.
what are you doing?
I have all the stuff to do this club for. I don't want to have to do this twice, you know? Okay.
Another.
So she's sitting in some kind of van. So I'm wondering if this is one of those van life people, you know? God only knows.
Who knows? I don't. It's whatever it is. They haven't done anything to that van. And I
Mr.
haven't
Hemi
been in
4-speed, hello.
I haven't been in a van like that in a long time.
Yeah, I just
Last one I in was in a big Sprinter van that I was helping a person convert into they were going to do mobile dog grooming.
yeah. Like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, except this was in a 3/4 ton Sprinter van that was like 17, 18 feet long. It was a monster truck vehicle.
Mm.
I mean, I'm 6'4" and could stand up inside the thing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if you see one of these coming, just run the other way.
This is one of those Dodge ones back when Mercedes owned them, because it was basically a Mercedes with a Dodge label on it.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. All right. 11:13 or whatever. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for joining, Fat.
All right. Take care. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, you too. Have a good weekend. Yeah, a stabbing cabin Easter Sunday. All right, you guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.